Hey, what's up guys, Dibbles here again, and welcome back to the second combat mission, Battle for Normandy Quick Battle, or third if you include the preview to that number. We are going to be playing as the German army today, on a slightly modified setup than before. We've increased the battle size from small to medium, and we've added another 15 minutes to the length of the battle. That's just so that we have enough time to get everything sorted, and seeing as there's going to be more units on the field of battle, we want more time to destroy them. So we are going to be going with a mixed combat force. The US Army is obviously going to buy for themselves. We're going to buy for us, and we'll see what we can get out of this. I'm really excited to use some German armor now that we are finally playing as the Axis. But I think I'm going to save the heavier Panzer until we're playing as the Waffen-SS, since they were all heavy Panzer divisions. So let's go in and go. Yeah, everything looks good. The map is going to be sort of an open map, I think. I'm not entirely sure what I want to go with. Maybe a few houses wouldn't hurt anyone. And I think I don't need it to be above 1,000, at least around the 1,000 mark there. 1,000 by 1,000 should be fine. Some of these are way too small. This is the map we were on last time. Pretty good. And I think it was just about enough. We had enough room there for the 3 tanks that we brought to the field. The Germans brought about 2, but they only really showed up at the end. They were hiding for the entire game. There's a lot of towns. Too small, too small. Village, rough meat, 1120 by 736. These map sizes are so weird, like 272 by 208. 1408 by 1200. It's like, I don't know what motivates them to have these weird numbers. But we need to pick a map. Meeting engagement, mission forest. Objective center road junction. Blue setup southwest, red setup northeast. Map size 1200 by 848. That looks great. Let's go. Overcast, 22 degrees. Large. Axis force. And we've also amped up the skill to warrior instead of veteran. We played on veteran in the last video, I think, and the AI was a little lame. But we've gone with warrior in the previous Black Sea video when we played as Ukraine, and they were really they were really good at that point. So I think this will prove to be a challenge. The AI really steps their game up from veteran to warrior when it comes to the skill and cleverness, or however you want to put it. We're going to go with an armor battalion as our headquarters formation, and then we'll add on infantry and other tanks if we need to. But judging by the prices, it's quite expensive, and we got a little less points than I thought we would, going from small to medium, but it's another 1,000, so that's an increase of about, what, 66% since 1560 before. I think it was like 1547 before, so I'm not entirely sure how they do these calculations. There's a lot of numbers going on here. But I think a Panzer battalion is going to be our starting point. And we'll obviously have to modify this one heavily, seeing as it's quite expensive. Right off the bat, we might as well just remove all these companies. We're not going to afford them. Support company. Second platoon self-propelled flak. I think not. Aufklärung Pionier Bataillon, or platoon, sorry. These guys are recon pioneers, I think. I think I'll go with a few vehicles instead of an entire platoon. Here's the first platoon, Panzer, bunch of medium tanks. So we've got quite a lot going, and judging from what we see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tanks. Multi-purpose vehicle, and the headquarters team will be based in that Kubelwagen. I quite like this, but I think I need some sort of infantry section as well. So we're going to go to the infantry only. We're going to get ourselves a Grenadier Battalion, and we are going to skim this one down heavily. Might as well just remove... let's see here. 8th company is weapons company. Might as well remove those guys. We're not going to need mortars. We're going to be on the move pretty much all the time. 7th company Grenadiers. They include 3 platoons with 3 squads each, which is quite generous. So I think, as far as infantry goes, we'll be fine with about 1 company that's been slightly skimmed down. Panzerjäger team is good. 3 platoons, might as well go with 2 platoons. And I'll skip the machine gun section as well. So 3 platoons. or one platoon that's going to include 3 teams, 2 Grenadiers, 1 Standard, and 2 Panzerschreck teams. So that's quite good, actually. We've got another Panzerjäger team up here, so we can combine that with one of the other squads and have a squad of rifles and Panzer AT weapons, should I say, together with each other, advancing behind the tanks. These Kubelwagens here will act as scouts, I guess. The HQs will be sitting in those. And we have money for another vehicle. Okay, we might as well get a Panzer or tank destroyer. I believe the Martyrs are quite cheap. Yeah, we can get a tank destroyer Martyr 3M for 120. So that'll be nice, a nice addition there to the Panzer force that we have as our main body. Yeah, got a little skimmed down platoon here of Grenadiers, together with some Panzerschrecks and Panzerjäger team. I'm not entirely sure what the difference here is between the Panzerschreck and Panzerjäger team. These guys are better as far as it goes, or when it comes to leadership and motivation. These Panzerjägers are really not motivated, and they're really not... They are fit, though. It's odd how it goes from like platoon to platoon and section to section. It changes quite often. But anyway, you can modify almost everything in this game. I'm pretty satisfied with the setup. We are going to start, and we're going to deploy our troops. And hopefully the Americans will have brought lots of Shermans for our Panzer force to have a smack on, or snack on, should I say. But we shouldn't underestimate them. The M10 tank destroyers are going to be very deadly if they chose to deploy them. But our Panzer force should be sufficient here when it comes to taking out Allied armor. They're cost efficient, though. Here we are. Yes. This is good. This is perfect. Not too much stuff going on. Open, some forced patches here and there, and a nice little town to seize. Right, so as you can tell, we've got a lot of tanks. I'm going to get these guys set up quite quickly. I think I want to use the road to get closer, and when we hit this point here, we'll start spreading out and get the tanks sorted. So, where is the battalion HQ? There he is. It's pretty much all the armor. Move that over here. And this Kubelwagen is going to, quicker than quick, head up into the center of the town. It's going to be a bit of a daring task, but you should be able to get there before any allies do, unless they're planning on doing the same thing. The tank destroyer Martyr 3M, we'll have a look at that. Looks nice. Very nice. We're going to have you go up the right flank. And I'm going to have you accompanied by some infantry. Here is the 1st platoon. I'm going to give you the 3rd squad along with the 3rd AT team. I'll give you the Panzerjäger team. It's different. They have got a Panzerschreck. They've got a Panzerschreck. They've also got a Panzerschreck. So I'm not entirely sure what the main difference is between these two teams. Oh, these guys fire 88mm heat. These guys fire the same amount, but only 6 of the rounds. So I think it'll be appropriate if we send these guys with the tank destroyer, as they're probably not going to need as much designated AT ammo. Can I select you? Yeah, there we go. There's got to be a reasoning behind everything, you know? We'll have you guys move up casually. And you will slowly make your way up north. Good. Over on the street over here, we will have the battalion HQ, which is located here. He's going to be right behind the Kubelwagen, together with his staff. I think, yeah, there are these 2 tanks. Where's the platoon here? Okay, there we go. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. And might as well take everyone here. And face facing the direction they're going, and I'm just going to space these guys out a little bit more, otherwise they're going to get stuck in each other when they start moving, and it's going to cause them to wait a while, which is going to delay them even further. So these guys on a slow pace move up here to the center. We don't want them to move too far up, and they'll be covered by the trees here on the side just oh so slightly. This platoon is going to be moving up to the left side. Here's the 4th tank, we'll put that all the way to the right. Here's the 3rd tank, we'll put that way, put that one in the center right. 1st tank all the way to the left, 2nd tank, center left. Looking good. Have all these guys face the whatever direction they're looking now. Yeah, this is north, so that's good, good. I forgot about that compass up there, but because you don't have a minimap really, which is you don't really need it because you can zoom all the way out and you see the icons very clearly. Infantry on this hand is going to move up. This is the 1st Platoon HQ. This is the 5th Company HQ, which these guys run under. 5th Company HQ, you're going to move back here. These Kubelwagens, who are you transporting exactly? Are they of rank to be sitting in a car? HQ support team, get out of here. 2nd Battalion HQ, well, you're quite important. 5th Company HQ, you're the ones who house these boys, but you're too many to be in that vehicle. I understand, I understand. Well, we'll have to do it like this then. You will move up together with your platoon of infantry, and you will both have your teams of AT supporting your sections or squads. I believe the British call them sections. That's at least what it does in game, what they do in game, rather said. So it's quite nice. We're gonna have these on a. Oh my god, they keep deselecting. I think I released the shift too early, which results in them not listening anymore. Like, nah, you know, he's not paying attention to us anymore. These guys are gonna be on a quicker move to the north. Not quicker as in quick, but quicker than slow, being move. If that made any sense. They're gonna head up there, and they're gonna advance on the left side. They're gonna be without infantry support for most of the time, which could be considered a bit of a downside, but I'm sure they'll handle it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and go. It's gonna be a long video and a long battle unless we can break the Americans quicker than expected. We're gonna aim to do that. Oh, artillery. Always the good same old artillery. Holy shit. Pause, 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 pause. I would suggest that you move back. Always something. Always something. This is cool though. It's like a movie. Zurückgehen! Schwerer Panzer, zurückgehen! Actually, gotta correct myself, those of you who speak or know German. Schwere is heavy, and these guys are not heavy, so yeah. Just Panzer. Panzer-Abteilung, zurückgehen! Amerikanische Granatenwerfer! That's like Granatenwerfer's mortar, but I wonder if they call it, say it differently when they're saying that they're like under American mortar fire. Granatenwerfer, Feuer? I have no idea. Maybe you guys out there, I know I got a lot of Germans watching, but you guys can hook me up with some cool German words. I've studied German, but I haven't really, how should I put it? I don't have an extensive German military vocabulary going on there. This car got here quite quickly. I can see the smoke trail, so it can probably be the Americans. Support Company HQ, why don't you occupy that building? And as soon as you've done so, like quickly, seriously, park the car behind the building. Los, los, weiter, weiter. Schnell. I like these German smocks. Very nice, very nice. Okay, well that's the end of that artillery fire. It wasn't very quick. Lasted, or it wasn't very long, should I say. Didn't last for too long at all. But this means we are under different pressure now to get our tanks up and going. Our center section has been entirely, well, very delayed, should I say. So we'll get our cars and tanks to move in a faster pace. And we'll also get our infantry to move up just as so quicklier than before. And quicklier. It's just these words. Every now and then, I think if someone paid attention to what I'm saying, which I hope you guys are, but like detailed attention to what I'm saying, then I think you could make a list of the words that don't actually exist in like the Oxford Dictionary, and be like, hey, yeah, Diplex, that you just made that up. There's no such word. Oh, alright. You know. Okay. There's something back at spawn. That is presumably an AI soldier that we can spot, and they have an HQ team moving, so they're advancing. Yeah, that's a headquarters team. He's actually fully spotted, so he might even be under fire sometime soon. Yeah, he's fully spotted by our HQ. Oh, there we go. He disappeared. Sometimes they don't feel like firing. I mean, and I understand them. If you have absolutely no chance at hitting him moving target at like 300 meters, then don't fire. No point. Only if you want him to shit his pants hearing the bullet whistle over his head. But you're not likely to hit. Oh, there's a few more now. Oh, so few more. Oh. Quite a bit more, actually. They're moving up to the right flank. I think I'll greet them with my Panzers. Yes. Look at the smoke trails. Okay. I'm going to drive one Panzer into town. I'm going to have these guys quickly head down the center to the village. Or whatever you want to call it, town center. It's not much of a town, really. These guys face the right side. I like all this micring. It's really nice. It's so cool. It's like, you know, your battle group is ready to attack. You know that they're on their way, and you know that in just a few moments now the battle will begin. Panzer, vorwärts! Panzer Abteilung. Well, it's not really an Abteilung. I guess it's an Abteilung. Abteilung is like in Swedish Avdelning, which is section. So it could be smaller and larger in a way. And during the war, a lot of battle groups would be called well, technically the translation of battle group to German is Kampfgruppe. Kampf is battle and Gruppe is group, so you know, battle group. And they would be not called, say, battle group 1 or 2. They'd usually go under the name of the officer commanding them. So, say well, there was an SS officer called Piper. His battle group was called Kampfgruppe Piper. There was a Remer, Kampfgruppe Remer, Kampfgruppe von Luck. There was a lot. Obviously, seeing as there were hundreds and hundreds of commanding officers. There were obviously a few battle groups who were more notable than others. But that kind of comes down to what battle you're in and what kind of rank you're carrying as well. And what kind of deeds you do and whatever happens. Okay, my AT group on the right here is making progress. I'm going to have them move up just here to this forest patch or shrubbery or whatever you want to call it. Looks like the enemy's got a lot of infantry. I hope they've brought a few Shermans too, otherwise I'm going to have an easy time. But you never know. They've got a lot of points to spend. They could have gone with an infantry battalion with AT capacity. You know, 80 guns, bazookas, whatnot. I don't know. You know, we'll find out. Okay, oh! We're under fire. Well, they're under fire, rather said. Something got hit further back there. I think one of these tanks fired. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. They're mechanized, I think. I see a half-track back here. And these are presumably vehicles or tanks. We'll find out. I couldn't spot them. Well, the VP is ours. Come take it. That's all I gotta say. Come take it. That's a very fast-moving vehicle. That's a half-track. M3. No, M2 HP. It's being shot at. We killed the gunner. You hear that? He's dead. Yeah, buddy. He's dead. Oh, shit, man. Right through the front hull. More half-tracks coming up. Yeah. We're up against the mechanized battalion here. Or motorized. Well, we'll find out. Depending on what additional armor and or vehicles they have. Oh shit, bazooka! Weiter, weiter, los, los! Angriffsziel! I think one of our Panzer IVs here is doing quite a good job, but yes, we have Shermans in the field! Oh boy. This is gonna get nasty. They're attacking it head on right now, and they're currently actually in the control point, so I have to pull back here. Tanks back here are holding. I say it's time we spend a little time on these guys. Panzer Abteilung, Ansatzbereit. We're gonna move them up here to the left flank. They're really crowding the center here. They've got a lot of infantry, and we spotted one Sherman. That was probably a Firefly, 76 mil or 76W, I think at least. So if they have more of those, it could become problematic, but we'll most likely easily be able to deal with one. We'll find out as the battle progresses. They have infantry appearing in the entire force line. They're really going for an attack now. They've got guys coming out of every single corner, so my 80 group up here is gonna probably get themselves into some trouble. But I'm sure we'll deal with it. The Americans are gonna be a little shocked seeing a Marder accompanied with infantry coming out of the forest line up here, but it's gonna look spectacular nonetheless. Vorwärts, vorwärts! Amerikanische Truppen! Angriff! Oh, they got a Gewehr? Nice. Gewehr 43. Sweet. Oh! They're flanking my positions. They're really trying to flank the town now. Good thing I've got a lot of armor. I mean, this is nice. This is sweet, guys. This is just sweet as sugar. Oh my god, they're shooting rockets at us. They've not managed to score a hit on my my battalion HQ in the center. So I think I'm gonna back this one up because it's constantly under fire. Alright, we have more infantry further back. Of course, we have to bring these guys up. I doubt the Americans will only have one Sherman. I think we'll see more. I think we'll see a lot more. Their tanks are definitely cheaper than mine, you know, mass production and all. American capacity is was at a high point, so their tanks realistically would be listed on a or for a cheaper price, I think. And I'm pretty sure the game has thought of that. Here comes a half-track just storming into town. 30 cal blazing. He's dead. Oh. I think you'll regret that really soon. More half-track. Ooh. Oh, that's a nasty scream. Yeah. It's not nice. Not nice right now for the Americans, but I'm a little worried because we're getting kind of flanked. They've got a lot of infantry moving into the center. And honestly speaking, I don't have great vision over what's going on here. They're kind of below the crested part here of this this road. My infantry and martyr team is not fully capable of quite dispersing these guys yet. Cars under fire, but our Panzers here in the forest is opening up quite nicely. So we only really have to watch out for the 80 infantry. But that should be fine. Oh, speaking of which, this tank has just been hit by a rocket. And it has been destroyed. So my crew is leaving. But luckily none of the crew members were killed. But the tank is sort of completely destroyed. So these crew members are sort of useless. Sorry guys. But I don't think your Volt or P-38s are going to do much of a difference now. Here comes infantry though. They're here to relieve you guys. Head back to the force line. Head back to the force line. Oh, that's... I'm going to hold here for a while. We're still taking rocket hits here, I can tell. Oh shit, they got a flamethrower in the building! Okay, I didn't even notice that, but they've cleaned out the building. They've killed the people inside. Like they're even burning. This guy surrendered. And now my Panzer IV here is taking flamethrower damage. Back off, mate. But while you're at it, drop a shell in the building, will you? Right, kind of out of sight. This got very interesting and quickly. I'm kind of being kicked out of the zone here. Oh shit, armor skirt has been hit. No idea where that came from, if that was a rocket or not. If you don't see the rocket being launched and or fired, you're kind of not going to catch it later anyway, so they're very quick. Let's light that building up a bit. Shit. Rockets and rockets, man. These guys are eager. I'm definitely going to have my infantry head into the town to try and seize it. There's no doubt about it. We've started taking casualties over here, which is quite bad. They're going to be assaulting the town. And I don't know if you've seen this before, but assaulting kind of splits the teams up. They advance in teams in the section. So right now, half of this infantry squad is laying down covering fire back here. While half of it advances. It's really nice. I had the idea that assault would sort of force them into charging bayonets in, you know what I'm saying? But it's actually a really nice tactical advance. Thank God the fires and sound on the battlefield right now. I can barely hear myself talking. Oh, here it is. Medium tank Sherman. Knocked out. Nice. 76 millimeter. I think we'll see more of those. Poor German surrendered guy there got killed. Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh, that guy just took an HE shell to the face. Holy shit. That guy's dead, dude. Building's gone. Thank you very much. See a few German bodies here, including a high-ranking officer. It's very unfortunate. See the remaining American troops here who seized the building. Here's the flamethrower guy himself. I'm sure he was accompanied by a few others that are currently buried under the rubble. We gotta kind of move up here and utilize all the assets we have at the same time. Fall out! Angriff! Vorrücken, vorrücken! Unter Beschutz! Not much to hide in anymore. Lay down some covering fire, dude. Get that gun spinning. We are under heavy fire. There you go. Yeah, we got infantry on the right as well. Man, I love the sound of that MG. Love it. Okay, our right section is moving up. It's gonna be some CQB over here. Let's assault into the building, guys. Come on. Vorrücken! This could have been the only real tank that the Americans brought with them. But I do not underestimate their AT infantry. Their bazookas have proven to disable my tanks previously. This one's obviously dismounted. And they have lots of artillery. As a matter of fact, yeah, I knew it. What the hell what happened? Did I tell these guys to dismount? I just realized now, after I've spotted it again and clicked it, it's dismounted as it's dismounted. It's not knocked out. I need to probably go back into the in the video here and check that out later if I actually accidentally told them to dismount. That was really not my intention at all. I don't think so. I think they panicked when the AT infantry was close and they ran, seeing as I couldn't even control them. So yeah, I think they panicked and jumped out, being under AT fire and whatnot. Burning half-tracks just crowd the forest. But I still hear rockets going off every now and then. It's up to them to advance. I don't need to do much right now but hold this area. And hold it well. Try and get in these buildings and seize them, or whatever's left of them. Boom. It's not a good day to be an American GI at the moment. Okay, so we control the center laying road here, which is quite nice. Tanks are supporting from the rear. Hopefully we can get the tank crewmen back in and confident in themselves. I need them to perform. Two supporting Panzers back here are doing their job very nicely. No issue whatsoever. They've been providing a lot of fire on the troops that have approached the north here. And oh wait, this is the south. Yeah, I think the red indicates the direction. So yeah, change my mind about that. They still have more vehicles though here that are fully operational, and I'm not entirely sure what they're hiding even further in. I know for sure they have mortar teams and whatnot, so we're gonna have to try and clean them out. Really, we do. So once we get everyone back in, this crew is back in and ready to go. I think we're just gonna try and clean out the forest in front of us. It's gonna be nasty, at least for one of the parts. But it's just something we'll have to do, okay? We'll take it slow, and we'll be fine. Here comes the German steel. Having a look at the casualties I've sustained. Alright, looks pretty good. We'll see what the other side has to offer, right? Is the grass greener on the other side? Oh, we're taking fire. When they hit our armor skirts, they usually fall off. I've noticed so. This one didn't, but a tank over on this side up here has lost almost... Well, they've lost about every single armor skirt, unless this is a different tank. Well, by all... To be fair, it is a different model. It's an early model. But there are other early models like this one here who's got its armor skirts. So I honestly think this one has lost its to enemy fire. Look at this, man, a complete firing line. And fortunately, for the Americans, their bazookas just keep on missing. They're not close enough to get an accurate hit. And when they do hit, they usually hit the armor skirt. So they're fairly chanceless now without that Sherman operating. See? Went right over. Well, that came from their side. Whatever hit back here, I think. Unless that was one of the tanks further up here. Who knows? Rocket away, and it hit right in front of the tank. No direct hit. Unlucky, unlucky. But we know they're out there, and there's plenty of them. We'll remain here for a while. I'm going to take to the offensive here and try and push them out of the area entirely. I'm not going to sit by and wait. I'm going to go for an... I'm going to try and aim for a US Army surrender. Instead of rather a minor victory here. I'm going to go for a complete crushing victory. There we go. Oh, right. Total victory. US Army surrender. Good. Well, this is going to be interesting. All right. Well, 47 men okay on the US Army side. They survived, 112 killed. It's quite a big number. 47 men wounded that need to be tended to. 7 men missing, probably ran. 1 tank lost, being the Sherman. 17 armored vehicles lost. Those were the M2 half-tracks. Very unfortunate. They had a lot of those. And, well, unfortunately for us, they didn't turn out to be a problem at all. 78 men okay on our side. We lost 9 men, 11 men wounded, and we lost 3 other vehicles, no tanks lost. So I'd say this was a pretty crushing victory, or a crushing defeat, rather said for them. Quite happy. Anyway, we're going to review the map quickly. I think that if the Americans would have brought in a couple of more tanks instead of all these half-tracks, they would probably have been a lot more successful. But that's the point of having the AI choose their army. They do it randomly, and they do it on they do it based on the map, I think, as well, and what they could do. So, I mean, they had a lot of AT capacity as far as the infantry goes, but unfortunately, they were just a little too far away there to do any real damage. As you can tell here, the Americans have surrendered next to their dead comrades, which is Very horrible scene. Oh, here's the one Sherman they brought in. If they had brought in 2, 3, 4 of them, they could have caused some problems. Luckily, this one couldn't destroy one, but they were just about to aim down one of my Panzers up here. And I can tell you, a direct frontal hit by one of these 76mm cannons or guns will most likely penetrate my Panzer IV and kill it, unless we're extremely lucky. But yeah, overall, pretty good battle. I'm pretty satisfied. Next up, we're going to place the British, and it's going to be a close quarter combat, a infantry battle. After that, we're going to play as the Waffen SS, and we're going to go up against the British as well. But that's going to be more of an armor battle, so I'm hoping that the Brits will finally bring some armor. It would be great to see. Yeah, until then, you guys enjoy yourselves. I hope you enjoyed the battle. What a crushing victory. Unlucky Americans, and, well, really not going to put the word unlucky on anyone here, but very unfortunate for them. But I congratulate the Germans here to their victory. See you guys soon again. Look forward to more videos. Until next time, you guys enjoy. Bye.